Hello, my name is Samantha Roman, and this is Intro to Photography in Mr. Mcallister's class. My project is basically about the gift of laughter, how my grandfather brought this family together. This is kind of a touchy topic to talk about, but this is the only thing that really popped up in my mind because before he passed, we took a lot of pictures and got together as a family and really try to enjoy one another. It's upsetting because we finally got together before his passing. So beforehand, we never really spoke as a family. We were almost enemies. Like we had to be together at certain family events, and it was really sad, to be honest with you. But before he passed, my grandmother told us to snap out of it and try to get it together as a family and really try to embrace each other. Like, just forget about the nonsense, the arguments, like, put it to the side for his sake. And, he always wanted us to be a family again. So as we got older, we kind of, grew apart and we really started, like, being in our own little world, like, how family normally does, really don't keep in contact with each other. But, every family member in my group he was a father to us, a grandfather, a husband, etc., etc. So, we all grew up as his grandchildren with him, went to trips, went to camping. His heart was in the right place because he used to do Boy Scouts for free. He cared about his community, he cared about his family, he cared about his wife most of all. He was a very strong man. He never admit he was weak. He was very, very up to his point. He was like the top of the towers for us. But unfortunately, as the years went by, he got very sick. He got a really bad stroke in his camping trip one day, and it kind of took the toll of him, unfortunately. We all heard because we were surprised that everybody in our family, he got sick. And it was really sad. So we finally got together, suck up our pride, and do what we had to do as a family. Here's some of the pictures that we captured before he passed. Just really enjoying each other, like really happy. Like we just forgot everything that happened in the past and, tried to really be happy with him. He passed away about 7 months ago. And he was, the best grandfather, father, great grandfather I think anybody could have. Unfortunately, he's in a better place now. Some of the things I said in my passage that was basically that he was a grandfather, a father, a great grandfather. He was a strong man. He was a hard worker. He always moved around, never stood still. That's where some of our traits come from. For me, my mother, we never stay still. We always keep busy. And we learned a lot of things from him. He was a very wise man. He never told us to give up. He always told us to fight for what we believe in and be very opinionated, but just the right time and the right place. Never come out your character and make people judge you. If they seem to judge you, kind of wake them up and be like, this is not how I am. I'm somebody else, Oh, what else I said? I said that he started getting really worse and he got sick. So we put it together and we started enjoying each other. We started planning a lot of trips for him that he wanted. He always wanted his grandchildren to be together as one. But unfortunately, my grandmother told us at one point when we really started having hope that he was finally getting better, that he wasn't going to live long, unfortunately. So we still had hope. We didn't think about the worst, and we just kept on. But one day when our guards were down and we actually finally got it together, the doctor calls us and said he passed away. So it was very. I still get emotional about it. So.
Yes.
It's hard for me to talk.
Okay. So why don't we give it up for Ms. Roman? What a beautiful exhibit. Here's Kenly, one of the second fastest sketch artists on the planet in 2004. Hi, Ken, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?
Actually, okay, three things I would like to say. One of them is, out of all of these, I feel that these two pictures right here are extremely strong.
Which two?
The first one and this bottom right-hand corner,
Speak.
because of the composition, as far as technique is concerned. The other ones, these two right here, I could definitely tell that the grandfather's at a casino is really, really good. But the only thing is, though, I can't really see the, I think it's a slot machine, but it was taken in the spur of the moment. I don't think originally this wasn't taken for a photography class, right? It wasn't.
No.
So, I mean, that's just really the difference. When you're taking something that is spur of the moment, you're not really thinking about technique as much. You're just thinking about just taking the picture.
Go ahead.
You're not really, oh boy, you're not really focused on, technique like composition and whatnot. You're just taking a picture. But a photographer, what they normally do is they're thinking about that type of stuff. So I think this is great for a memory piece, of the grandfather. But from a technical standpoint, could have moved it more to the right. This way it could fill up the space. This one, I think it's good as far as subject matter is concerned. Of course, we have, family-driven photograph. The thing is, if this was cropped a little bit more, we could have gotten more intimate with the subjects. Versus, you have the whole background, because you have a whole lot of space over there. Unless that was the purpose, that if you wanted to make sure everyone knew that they were in a parking lot. But other than that, I think it's great.
Very good.
Very nice, and I'm sorry about your grandfather.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Evelyn, and this is my pages for Intro to Photography. My presentation is about my pages. New York is a city of many people, and as more people move here or tourists come in, the need for transportation grows. In New York City, there isn't a shortage of transportation. There is, there's lots of ways to get around New York. Starting with the first subway system built by Alfred E. Beach. He created a tunnel of 312, a 312-foot tunnel under Lower Manhattan, and ran a subway car from 1870 to 1873. There is also bridges and highways that's spanning the boroughs and even leading out of New York. You also have the option of cable, like the Roosevelt Island Tramway, which was built as a temporary solution, but it became so popular that they made it a permanent route between Roosevelt Island and Manhattan. There are also airborne ways. That's your way, your preferred manner of travel. So whether you're going to Times Square to see the sights, or you're taking the train to the plane, New York City has a myriad of ways of transportation to get you to your destinations. And a little footnote there, the IRT first came to Manhattan, and it ran 28 stations from City Hall to 145th Street and Broadway in 1904. Thank you.
Good information. Okay, Mr. Kenly. Come. What do you
Very
think
nice
about this one?
presentation.
Everybody give it up for Evelyn, please.
Very nice.
She took her time. She gave a great presentation. You okay? Okay, yeah, Ken, what do you see here?
Well, I mean, really, I feel that you have this knack for capturing moving objects, especially, okay, like right over here. This is perfect composition right here. It's easily to read. You have good contrast over here, and also there's no wasted space. So it's very well done. Even here, most people I've seen try to take pictures of buses in action. They probably usually get part of the bus, or maybe just a piece of the bus, but this is one of the few pictures I've seen where you actually caught the entire bus in motion, but it looks still.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't have that blur, if you notice.
Right.
So that's very well done. this very good atmospheric contrast here. Well done. It's not like I've seen a lot of people take pictures of like street scenes and it look like they're stalking the people. This actually looks like you're observing the scene versus yes, I'm just gonna get half of this, you know. So you got very good balance. Even here, bam, very good. I give it an A+.
Thank you.
Give it up, everybody, for her. Wonderful project. Wonderful.
Hi, my name is Shanika Sweden, and I am a senior. I am officially out of here, and this happens to be my last class, Intro to Photography, and I did my project on landscaping. I did Central Park as a landscaping because after World War II, Central Park was actually a wasteland. There was no trees, there was nothing there, no statues. So a few landscapers came in and redid the entire park. To whereas not too many people know of Central Park, as in they have several different parks. But the main two that I did was Central Park as a whole, and then the Conservatory Garden. Now, I chose these pictures because they were my best, and because they actually bring out the park's beauty. The Conservatory Garden, which is right here. These areas you basically, people plan weddings, they like to stand in front of the statues, give their vows and things like that. Central Park itself, this is where kids like to run and play, parents can relax. You know, this is why I chose that. That's basically it.
All right, very good. Give it up for her.
Good job.
Okay, Mr. Lee, what do you think about this particular
Central
one here?
Park?
Yeah, this is
Wow.
a landscape.
Well, I
shots.
actually think these are awesome, and this is why. This one, perfect composition. You can see everything. I mean, even the ground. You know, there's some space down here, but it complements your subject matter. So that's really what matters in the end. This one I like because it really brings you in. It's kind of like, you know, you're looking through the scene, like through the, you know, the trees and everything. This area, very good. This is pretty cool. The only thing I can say about this is even the rule of thirds, you didn't put it in the center. Now, if you brought this down a little bit lower, it would have made a bland picture.
Okay.
Okay? But being that it's more off-center, it's pushed a little bit up, you still get a good feel for it. This one, it's almost too symmetrical. Almost. Anything, I mean, class, the thing is that whenever you're taking a picture of a subject, you got to make sure that it's off-center to some degree. Okay? Depending on what type of story you want to tell. Because if it's too symmetrical, it may look perfect from a symmetrical standpoint, but it'll look like a boring picture. Just be like, okay, this is this. What else is there? You know? So you got to be very aware of this. If you brought this up a little bit higher, this would have been perfect. But other than that, if the story was about really this, is this what you wanted to focus on?
Yeah, it was the actual pond,
Mm-hmm.
and I just like I like the statue, but I just like the bottom part of the statue
Okay.
mostly.
So this is what you, okay, then this is what you could have done. I'm not into shouldas. This is what you could have done to enhance that. You could have zoomed in more.
Okay.
All right. So this way, this bottom part here could be the focus.
Okay.
And you can use up your composition, and plus it captures what you really are interested in, not the other stuff. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Other than that, great stuff. Just know what your focus is, and just don't hesitate. Just go right for it.
Okay.
Give it up for her. This is wonderful. Wonderful presentation. Thank you.